I have the voice recording ready for Benjamin's Animal Communicator session that we had in November. So here it is. I hope you guys enjoy. And I think this is going to be a 2-part series. Let's see what
Benjamin, my name is Alice. Do I have permission to have this conversation with you? This is for Jasmine. Okay. And I'm going to ask him just to describe himself. So I'm going to feel into his energy and I'll let you know what I'm feeling. So can you describe yourself to me? Okay, he just described himself as a lone wolf, which is a bit of a weird description. So I'm going to ask him what he means by that. He said he just says he lives an independent life. He lives outside. He says he lives outside the box of society. I don't really know what that means, but I live outside the box of society. I'm an independent boy, he's saying. I've seen a lot of things in my life. I'm quite a pragmatic soul. Stable, he's saying. Stability. I have broad shoulders, he just told me. I have broad shoulders for... I just see the image, of like a man carrying the world on the back of his shoulders. So he's giving me that image and saying 4 solid feet and strong shoulders. Okay, and what else do you want to tell me, Benjamin, straight away? How else would you describe your personality? He said I'm quite peaceful. He said I'm not... He's giving me like a wry look. Like if something's going on around him, he'll just be like rolling eyes, like, oh, what's going on over there now? Like just kind of like that roll eye look. Now he's just showing me like chuckling to himself. Just like if he sees something, he'll just roll his eyes and just have like a little chuckle to himself. It's really funny. And then he'll go back to dozing or daydreaming, he's saying. So he might break out of it, notice something that's going on, have a little chuckle, roll his eyes, and then kind of go back to sort of daydreaming. Like, just don't disturb me when I'm sleeping. He also just said that. So, like, if he's having a moment, like in the pasture, or he's kind of chilling, and you kind of go and get him to sort of brush him and ride him, he's like, oh, okay, like... If I must. He's like, now, while the sun's shining. I don't know. There's something about if he's sunbathing or just chilling and you try and like, right, now we're going to go work. He's like, oh, okay. He says, I might drag my feet a little. I'm sorry. I can just see you or someone going, come on. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm coming. There's something about the days. The days go by or something. Okay, I'm going to get into a question. Okay, so I don't read these questions before I start. Some of them I do. I don't really, because I like to answer from intuition. Although I did go through and see your farrier one. That was so funny. Okay, so Benjamin, would you like a friend? Would you like a mate? Would you like a friend to be with you? Would you like to spend more time with other horses? Do you like to spend time with other horses? Okay, so the lone wolf coming up again, and he's like, you'd know if I had a problem with it because I'd like trot around and like neigh, like trot up the fence line and neigh or something like that. And he's saying that I've just kind of accepted it, and actually the lack of chatter isn't necessarily a bad thing because I don't get disturbed, he's saying. So he doesn't get disturbed hugely. Oh, does he boss the goats around? Because maybe it's them that he raises his eyes to. I don't know. But the goats to him are like, he just said my children. Like, what? Well, he just says they don't tend to bother him. He's bigger than them, obviously, and he's like, yeah. Honestly, he's like shrugging his shoulders. Like, I guess he's fine. He's quite a stoic sort of he's just called himself an introvert as well. So quite a stoic individual, sort of a little bit more introverted, kind of one-track minded, bit of a daydreamer. Okay, so Benjamin, how do you feel in your body? Do you have any owies or any pains? Like, how does your body feel? Can you describe, do you have anything that hurts in your body? He's showing me his shoulders again. Okay, why are you showing me like in his front legs and kind of where they join to his body? He says they're strong. Again, do they hurt? No shoulders hurt or anything? No, but he's giving me, I don't know if someone at some point has ridden him harder, and he's calling it shin splints, but I don't know what that means, because I'm not seeing like his cannon bones or that type of thing. I'm kind of seeing higher up, like more his shoulders. So I don't know if someone's in the past, he's been worked and he's kind of got a little bit sore. But I think it's a reference to an old memory. Is there anything else? Anything else, Benjamin? How do you feel in your body? Is there anything else, boy? He says no. I think he feels pretty good in himself for the most part. Solid, possibly a little bit stiff. You know, there might be some stiffness there, but anything he's feeling is mechanical. So that feeling I just described in the shoulders, it almost felt more mechanical than anything. Yeah, maybe just some general stiffness, like nothing. I'm really not picking up on anything of any nothing that he can feel currently anyway. Something might have happened with his front feet at some point. I think he might have experienced pulled shoe. He just said, he doesn't wear shoes in the picture. I don't know what he means by that. Maybe he means no shoes. An abscess maybe at some point. No, he's good. It just a little bit of general stiffness. And if anything, like I said before, the shoulders up the top. But I get that that's more of like a past thing. Okay. So actually within himself, he feels good. Just mechanical, just like a little, like you and I, you know, if it's like, oh, just a little bit stiff this morning, like that's it. He's a lot more sort of stoic and like within himself than I thought he was going to be when I first looked at his picture. Okay. How does he feel about his previous owner? Oh, maybe this is what he was referencing earlier about the work. Okay, so how do you feel about the man, Benjamin? How do you feel about the man that owned you before Jasmine and the big crowds? That's why I'm so unflappable, he just said. Yeah, he is, again, it's just the same sense of that he just is kind of very secure in himself and he just kind of goes within himself. It's almost like he learned to tune it out. Does that make sense? And he almost like just learned to kind of let it just sort of bounce off him and like tune stuff out. I do get that he was ridden maybe too hard at some point in his life, like what I said before, with like maybe the shoulder stiffness or something. Or how did you feel about your partner with the man before Jasmine? How do you feel about your partnership with the man? He said we were just workmates. Like to him, they were like kind of working buddies. And he just said, I have no time for him now. I'm sorry, I have no time for him now, or something like that. And riding for the big crowds. Yeah, to him, it's crazy. To him, it was like it could all go on around him and he'd just be like in his own little world, like, like that. So that's interesting. Again, I don't know why he keeps referencing his shoulders. Okay, why does he dislike and spook from the cow down the road? Okay, the cow down the road? How about the cow down the road, Benjamin? What is it you feel about the cow? You can open up to me and tell me. It's fine. It's only so Jasmine can understand you. How do you feel about the cow down? He's ugly. It's ugly for the start, he just said. Smells rancid. He can smell that thing a mile away. It smells rancid. And it's just ugly. It's like it's trying to be a horse, but it's not, he's saying. And it talks in a foreign language. And there's something about it taking him by surprise as well. Like he'll just be like, oh gosh. Like it'll just, I don't know if like the cow, does it like rustle in like to the side of the road or something, or it's just kind of there and it's sort of smelly and rustling and he's like, oh. He can't quite understand what it is. That's what it is. It's almost as well like he looks at it like, what are you? You know? It's like you're trying to be a horse, but you're not. You smell disgusting. And it has like a scent. They have a sense of kind of creeping around. He doesn't think that the cow is as smart as him either. It's like this weird creature that doesn't seem as smart, kind of creeps around a bit, tries to look like a horse and smells rancid. There we go.